let's look inside a computer for the third video of this playlist. So the first part is the CPU. It's the big boss basically. And the CPU, it tells all the other parts of a computer what to do and how to do them. And CPU stands for Central Processing Unit. Then there's the GPU. The GPU takes care of all the images that you see on your screen, basically all those pixels. And the GPU stands for Graphics Processing Unit. Then there's the RAM. The RAM is the temporary memory. And as you can see, it's made up of lots and lots of tiny little chips. It's just one big chip with these little components. The computer, and it has a lot to because the computer has a lot to remember while you're using it. So that it uses the RAM to remember it has everything to do with what you're doing right now on your computer. Like basically, while I'm doing this, all the information on the slideshow and the recording, it's inside the RAM. And RAM stands for Random Access Memory. Then there's the storage drive. Basically looks like this. And the storage drive has all of its memory. Every single bit of information saved to the computer, not the web, the computer, is on the storage drive. And you can access it whenever you need. Then there's wireless connectors and unwired and wired connectors. I couldn't find a very good image for those. They connect to external devices, like, for example, your headphones, your USB stick, and then there's the wireless ones which use radio and Bluetooth, like your earphone, like your wireless headsets, your printers, that kind of stuff. And then there's the heatsink and fan, and when these stuff work, like when the chips and all the components are working, they get really, really hot. But the graphic processing unit, since it works really, really fast and does a lot of work, like it has a lot to take care of because it's pretty much everything on your screen and it's working really fast. Every single time you click, it needs to update the pixels. So it has its own fans. But the heatsink and fan are basically for everything else. And if you don't have a heatsink and fan, then your computer might overheat, and this might happen. It's not exactly as bad as this, but who knows?